Margie and Jay Berger. Aaron Elkin, captain. Parents, Brenda and David Elkin. Next, Jennifer Hoffman, captain. Judy Barrow and Alan Hoffman. Next, Megan Machisani, Robin and Joseph Machisani. Next, Allison Ress, escorted by Amy and Doug Ress. The next cheerleader is Megan Walensky, escorted by Debbie Walensky Chiradona and Mick Chiradona. That is the senior cheerleaders. Next are the senior football players. The first individual is Kevin Bernardini, escorted by parents Teddy and Ron. Next, number 9, Michael Brown, escorted by Charlotte and Jim. Number 23, Pearson Caldwell, escorted by Patricia and Don. Next is John Connors, number 82, by Wendy and John. Next is Dave DeJoseph, number 79, escorted by his father, Charles. Number 6 and captain, Larry DeCipio, is escorted by president of the Football Boosters, Barb DeCipio, and husband Larry. Next, number 81, Zikos Economides, escorted by Evie and Gus. The next senior is number 5, TJ Faust, escorted by Margaret and Tom. Number 88, Anthony Ferraro, escorted by Karen and Marty. Number 51, Dustin Gilmore, escorted by his mother, Melanie. Next, number 72 and captain, John Gerling, escorted by his parents, Tina and John. Number 33, Mubarak Lawrence, escorted by his parents, Tawanda Edwards, Mustafa Lawrence. Senior number 10, Joe Leeming, escorted by Ro and Joe, his parents. Number 78, Alex Lennon, escorted by his parents, Margie and Paul. Number 14 and captain, Jim Mahady, escorted by Vice President of the Football Boosters, Barb Mahady, and husband Joe. Next, number 58, Tom Masterson, escorted by Jody and Tom, his parents. The next senior is number 4, Jesse Ordonio, escorted by his father, David. Number 57, Tyler Packer, escorted by parents Dee and Kevin. And number 5, manager Kelsey Ryan, escorted by her parents, Janny and Steve. Next, Andrew Staley, number 59, escorted by parents Kathy and Rick. Number 41, senior Moshe Tarani, escorted by his sister Shiva Tarani. Number 75, Kevin Totaro, escorted by father Tom. Next, senior Glenn Washington, number 18, escorted by mother Watina Satchel. The next senior is John Wincoop, number 80, escorted by Alicia Templeton and Howard Donahue. Lastly, number 54, Afshin Zakakani, escorted by parents Nahid and Tamur Zakakani.
Hello, Radnor football fans. Welcome to the 109th meeting of the Radnor Raiders against the LM Aces. And Jeff, this is a game of tradition. It goes back 109 yards. I'm here with Jeff Algott, color commentator extraordinaire. I'm Tom Clay. Behind the camera there, we have Nikki Cronin. We'll speak about her in a few minutes. But Jeff, what about this game today?
Well, you said it's 109 years. It's going to be recorded live today, which is going to be an interesting situation. And I think it's going to be a game where we have people who are at the bottom of the league. We've got Radnor, who's had 2 wins, and we've had Lower Merion with 1 win. This is going to be a game where nobody has anything to lose, so it's going to be an all-out battle.
It should be a lot of fun, and in days gone by, Coach Rapino has said this is the only game he tells the boys that he absolutely wants to win. We need to thank a lot of people. This is the end of the year. We've had Channel 21 who's run these games. This year we're collaborating with Channel 11, and we'll talk with you more about that, which has been a lot of fun.
Well, we want to thank George Stremmel at Channel 21 for all the work he's done, and of course Nikki and her crew today from Channel 11 at Radnor.
Yeah. And it's not only a big day for the football players, it's a big day for the band, it's a big day for the cheerleaders. It's a senior recognition day, and you might be able to hear that they're introducing everybody behind us who is a senior who's been part of this program for the last several years.
And we have 25 graduating seniors at Radnor, so we've got a little bit of a long program to go through.
There we go. All right, prognostications, Jeff. Each week we try to figure out who's going to win this game. The newspapers say it, but what's going to happen?
Well, Radnor's going to win this game. It's not necessarily going to be easy. But what I think my real source is, I was talking to one of the younger JV players today, and I asked him, who's going to win this game? He said, unequivocally, Radnor's going to take it.
That's not bad. That was my son, actually, told you that, so that was great. All right, well, why don't we end this now? We'll go watch the 109th meeting of Radnor and Lower Merion, and afterwards we're going to celebrate. Hello, football fans. Alongside Jeff Algott, I'm Tom Clay. And we have a live broadcast today, Jeff, of the Lower Merion Radnor 109th season, or 109th straight meeting of these two football teams.
And you know, Tommy, I'm looking at the stands. The Radnor stands are packed, as you would expect. It's a home game. But even at Lower Merion, when we play down there, the Radnor side of the stands are packed. But today, Lower Merion has, well, maybe 20, 30 people so far.
Well, that's the way, unfortunately, the way it's been the last several years. Although I just heard from talking with some of the coaches that Lower Merion reinstituted their sort of Spirit Week the way it's berserker around Radnor at Spirit Week, and we'll talk more about that later. But they've just sort of started bringing their Spirit Week back.
Well, that's nice to see and nice to hear about, because I know that it means so much to not only the players here, but the students in the school in Radnor.
And with a tradition, and clearly this is an enormous tradition without peer in the United States. That's the way it should be. Right now we've got the introduction of the captains out there.
Gerling, DeCipio, and Mahady for Radnor.
And here comes the color guard. We'll be having the national anthem here in a minute. And Jeff, this is the last time that most of these seniors will walk on a football field in uniform.
That's right, because I don't know how many of them are going on to play college football.
I don't think it's very many, and in talking to the boys earlier, you and I both sort of commented they seemed a little nervous and a little tight.
A little tight. Well, you know, you make a very good point, Tommy, that this is the last football game they're probably ever going to play, organized football, contact football. So there's probably a lot of emotions running through them right now that are conflicting with the normal adrenaline you feel when you start a football game.
Exactly. Last game of the year. I can't recall the last time. I think it might have been 1999. It's the last time that we lost to Lower Merion. So they want to extend this record at least one more year.
Yeah, I was talking to Jamie Algott, my son, and Dan Hunt, who were the class of 2003. Their last loss to Lower Merion was in 8th grade. And they won their freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior years. And I think we've won the last 2 years as well. So that made 6 in a row. It's been
right.
Radnor's take on in the series.
Although having said that, Radnor is behind in the whole series.
Yeah, 54 to 42, with 11 others being a tie.
You know, Jeff, they used to play this game in Villanova Stadium for a number of years. It got such a big crowd and was such a big community event in both communities.
Yeah, they used to have parades marching up and down Lancaster Pike between Radnor and Lower Merion. And in fact, I think last year, the Radnor folks wanted to do that. Actually bring a train full of supporters in the band down from Radnor and then march down the street. And it was...
Lower Merion will be receiving...
It was nixed by the Lower Merion police. They were a little worried about an altercation, I believe.
Yeah, I think they were afraid there was going to be something happen they didn't want to have happen. I think that was a little more cautious than they needed to be. You know, while we've got a minute here, this is a collaboration, as we said, between us, who have been doing this for Channel 21 now for 4 years, and Channel 11. And boy, Nikki Crone has put together a great group of kids here to run this whole thing, Jeff, and during the course of this telecast, we'll give them credit. And here come the Raiders. But while we're at it, we might as well say we've got Matt Tenero over there on one of the cameras along with Mike Jones, and both those guys are going to be up here with us shooting down on the field, and Cale Buxton has the field camera, so we hope that poor Cale doesn't get run over down there.
And I might add, too, that our cameramen up here at the top are busy chewing their pizza now for lunch.
Ladies and gentlemen,
before the
we'd
action
like to have
starts.
you rise and remove your hats for our national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to first introduce Mr. Anthony DeMeo, who will be singing Radnor's Alma Mater.
Dear Radnor High, when student days are past, a memory dear of bygone years we'll cherish to the last. We'll sing once more those songs of yore, though far from you we stray, and love for you will strong and true cling round our hearts for aye, and love for you will strong and true beat Lower Merion.
Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem performed by the Radnor Trumpet Section.
Jeff, a lot of pomp and circumstance here today for this game.
The alma mater sung by the gentleman, Mr. DeMarco, I think, or DeMayo, I'm not sure. My wife graduated from Radnor High School in 1970, and she recalls him singing the alma mater even back then.
Well, I like his little thing there at the end after he sang a very heartwarming rendition. He then added the little Go Radnor Beat LM, which is what it's all about today.
Well, it's a beautiful day for football, Tommy. In fact, it's a little warm.
Wow, it is an enormously beautiful day in which we have got standing room only, Jeff, on both ends here. For the crowd's just enormous today. Hopefully this will be the start of a new but has been interrupted tradition of doing this game live. It was last done live, I think, in 1999 when Coach Ralph Rapino was winless going into this game. Came out of it with a win, which obviously was a terrific way to close that season.
Close that season,
seniors.
That's right. And then he started out. It's been I don't think they've lost a game since then.
They have not.
6 straight wins. Now this Radnor team is quick, which they're going to need because the Lower Merion team looks a little bigger. I think they're a big group of kids.
They are big guys. We don't know what sort of speed they have. We'll find out that in a minute. But here we go with the kickoff for the 109th meeting of Radnor and Lower Merion. It's a good kick. It's going to take it down to about the 5-yard line. The man takes it off to the right side. He's got a little bit of blocking. He's then smothered under Jeff. Looks to be around the 20, maybe even short of the 20.
Boy, very nice job by the Radnor team. I think he probably had 4 guys hit him at the same time. And that's something we haven't seen a whole lot this year.
To about
it's
the
really
20-yard
good contain
line,
on the kickoff.
where the Bulldogs will have it, 1st and 10.
And Jeff, it is exactly on the 20-yard line down there.
You can't ask for better than that.
And we will give you the lineups for the Radnor defense here as we go along. 1st and 10. Oh my gosh, Lower Merion comes out with 3 wide men, and the quarterback's rolling to his left. He's looking downfield. He's a left-handed passer. He throws and bounces it out here, incomplete. C.J. Yespelkus right there
Ellison's
with the man.
pass.
Well, that was a pass all the way. They had
Only incomplete.
The offensive team had a formation, a shotgun formation. The quarterback took a snap and never took his eye off the receiver coming out to the left flat.
We'll bring up a 2nd and 10.
I would say, Jeff, that was very well played by C.J. out there from his linebacker spot. Even if that man had caught the ball, I think C.J. was going to take him down immediately. So that brings up 2nd and 10. There are now 3 wide receivers to the left. Gives up the middle of the fullback, number 23. He makes one move, a second move. Finally brought down here. Jimmy Mahady goes down low, but I think he's going to easily get a first down.
Boy, nice execution by Lower Merion. They had a
senior captain.
You can drive well, I'm not going to say a Mack truck, but I can say a Hummer or a Cadillac Escalade through.
Taking it out across the 30 to about the 31, picking up the first down.
was an 11-yard pickup out to the 31 of Lower Merion, where they'll put it in play. Quarterback in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers to his right. Gives it up the middle again. Fullback is not touched, Jeff, until he gets 10 yards into the secondary.
You know, we saw some of this problem in the game against Marple Newtown
last week. Down by number 14, Jimmy Mahady.
Where we had our 4-down lineman.
But again, picking up 10 yards.
We're doing a nice job of standing up the offensive line. But there were pretty big gaps, and the linebackers had to come up and fill. And when they come up quickly to fill, you expose yourself to passes over the middle. So right now, it looks like Radnor is staying back and working on the pass as opposed to the run.
Well, and 2 times in a row, you called Jimmy Mahady, who's the safety back there, for making the tackle, and that's obviously not what you want. This time it's a straight-eye backfield with 2 wide receivers. It's a give to the first man again, number 32. He's a workhorse, and there's Leeming and Mahady both.
The ball carrier.
Maybe a 5-yard pickup.
Interesting thing, on that play, the defense, number Tyler Packer, the right defensive end.
Brought down by Radnor's
clearly had an assignment
Joe Leeming,
to
number
take
10.
the pitch man. And he went after the pitch man and
Pickup of about
did not
4
go after
yards
the
will bring up
runner. I
2nd
guess
and
not
6.
sure that the runner had the ball. But actually, Tyler ran right past the runner, heading back for the pitch man.
Brings up 2nd and 5 now.
And they've been going off tackle, not going through the middle as well as off tackle.
3 wide to the right. Gives up the middle again. This time he's going to be dropped short of a first down. It'll bring up 3rd and short.
Number 3, Adam Ellison, the quarterback, holding on to the ball.
Interesting, Jeff. They started out the game with a pass.
The Bulldogs with a 3rd
pass,
and 3.
but since then they've just gone strictly to the run and made good yardage each time.
Ball is marked at about the 47.
And you'd expect them to stay with that run as long as it's working for them.
This time, standard pro set, as it's called, 2 wide receivers, a fullback and a tailback. Quarterback comes out on an option. He puts his head down. He looks to be a first down. The ball's on the ground, and the ref's calling it down.
Again, Ellison, the ball carrier.
Interesting option play. It wasn't an option play that you see where they're running out laterally trying to get around the end. That was an option play really between tackle and guard.
Well, he had short yardage. I think all he cared about was getting into the hole and going for 1.5 yards, 2 yards and get the first.
So then it wasn't really an option. It was more like a quarterback keep,
quarterback
draw.
Yeah. Because as you observed, his pitch men were really pretty far behind him and outside. If he pitched to him, he'd lost. Yeah. And that did get a first down to the Lower Merion Aces.
All right, we got Tyler Packer, 57 in there, 72, John Gerling, 82, John Connors, 79, David DeJoseph, Joe Leeming, number 10, Larry DeCipio, 6, Jimmy Mahady, 14,
picking up the first down.
Max Both, 36, and C.J. Yaspelkas, number 48, and it looks like Chris Biddle is number 16.
Quarterback in the shotgun. He fumbles the ball. He picks it up, and he's going to be swarmed under back there. Well, Jeff, he'll lose yardage on that because he dropped the ball. Fortunately for him, it popped right back to him.
By Lower Merion. Number 9, Michael Brown.
Well, those are the kind of mistakes
the tackle,
which you'd expect a team with a 1-7,
1-8 record to be making. Loss of 2 in the play.
They kill drives. They had a very nice drive going, and not only now that they lost yardage on first down, but the little bit of momentum has disappeared.
Bring up 2nd and 11. Quarterback brings his troops out. 2 men wide to the right, 1 to the left in the shotgun. He's got 1 setback with him. It's the give to that setback. No, it's quarterback
again, number 9.
Michael Brown took him down. Great defensive charge by Michael Brown.
So I'm starting to see a pattern here where Ralph has his players keyed on specific offensive backs, and it's almost like they're being shadowed. So maybe Tyler's going to go after the trailing back, and maybe Michael Brown has got his eyes keyed on the quarterback. That's one way to begin to break down that offensive option. And this is the same offense that Lower Merion ran last year with Stabert as their quarterback, where he's in the shotgun with a fullback right beside him and a tailback behind him, allowing him to throw, hand off, or run the option.
And he was a good quarterback.
He was.
Here we go. We have 2 wide receivers right. Quarterback's rolling to his right out there. Gerling's after him. Gerling had him trapped for a minute. He's looking into the field. It's caught by number 25, way short of a first down, Jeff. run out of bounds. Looks to me about
Pass
the
to number
original line of
25,
scrimmage.
Neil Gilmore.
That's the kind of pass you really shouldn't even make.
Driven out of
Because if
bounds
you're only going to make it for 2 yards,
by number 36,
you got a
matched
chance of
both
having
for
it
Radnor.
intercepted.
And give credit to John Gerling out there coming off
Bring
the
up
field
a
right now.
4th and
John
10.
would not let the quarterback get outside. He
Ball
put
marked
pressure
at
on
the
him,
45.
caused him to throw short, and brought up a 4th down. And Jesse Ordonio, our Renaissance man, is back. There's a flag. It's a line drive kick. It's going to go out of bounds about the 15-yard
Ellison's
line.
punt.
That's typically one of the receivers left early. It's probably going to be the illegal procedure against the Lower Merion team.
Ball is marked at the 26. However, there's a flag down.
While we're waiting to see what this is, illegal procedure will have to be against the offense. At least it appears to be. The viewers might hear in the background Mr. J.B. Smink, who has been the longtime PA announcer here for the Radnor Raiders, and what a terrific guy he is.
I think he's Notre
The
Dame.
procedure call is declined. Radnor will have the ball. 1st and 10 at the 26.
Well, the ball went out, Jeff, at the 26, not the 15. So here comes Radnor. Jimmy Mahady at the controls. Radnor is in their tight set to begin the game. No wide men. And the pitch is out here to Jesse Ordonio coming right. The flag's down, and he's hog-tied after a yard gain.
Flag in that area.
Radnor's Jesse Ordonio.
A hold or a block in the back. So it's probably going to come back 5 yards from
The
Radnor.
ball carrier.
That play looked like it was fairly well defensed also by Lower Merion because Jesse was running to his sideline looking for a place to go and really had no place to cut it up. And that's a play where you have to cut it up quickly and get yourself running north as opposed to the east. So this will be against the Radnor Raiders, putting us back a little closer to our goal line.
Well, I'm not sure why it's taking so long out there for them to figure out what they want to do. Seems pretty straightforward to us. It's going to be a mark-off.
Holding call against Radnor.
That'll bring up 2nd and 20.
Bringing the ball back to about the 19-yard line.
A little bit short of 2nd and
Will
20.
bring up a 1st and 19.
Here we go. Glenn Washington for the first time split out wide to the left. TJ Fouts in motion. It gives TJ off the left side. And TJ found some hard running room there, Jeff.
I was surprised they
Number
got as much as they
5,
did.
Radnor's
Lower
TJ
Merion
Faust.
had what we call the box stack. They had
senior.
9 men up on the line of scrimmage expecting a run like that. And thank heavens we were able to get a little bit of room just off
Will bring up
tackle.
a 2nd and 14.
And for TJ,
Pick up
who's had a
perhaps 5
number of
yards
long
on the
runs,
play.
hard runs for the Raiders this year, he took that one pretty much inside rather than taking it out wide.
Which I think is where we're going to have to go with the ball.
Ordonio in motion to the right, gives it to move. No, Jimmy Mahady keeps it. Jimmy Mahady's in a foot race now if he's caught. And he's brought down by number 14, but not until Jimmy
Jimmy
crosses into Lower Merion territory.
Down by number 14, Brian Nevison.
Boy, that was an excellent fake by Jimmy. It was hard to see who had the ball. You know the Lower Merion
But not
defense
before Mahady.
was
They
primed
makes a
looking
big
for
gainer.
Mubarak Lawrence to be taking that quick dive up the middle. Jimmy pulled it out, took it off tackle. Look
Ball
where
at
we
the
are.
37.
Certainly done that a number of times this year. Caney wide left gives to Ordonio. Ordonio cuts it right up inside. A yard and a
Number
half.
4.
Not very much on that run.
Didn't
Jesse
get much of that.
Ordonio.
Looks like Lower Merion has decided they're going to stuff
Taking
the
the
run. That's going
handoff.
to be their defense against Radnor. And again, as we've seen other teams, they're not giving the Radnor pass
Will
attack
bring up
very much
2nd
credibility.
and 7 for the Red Raiders.
Well, Jeff,
Ball at the
7 teams
35.
in the Central League have had their best day running against this Lower Merion team. And that's Radnor's forte. So LM knows what they got to do to stop Radnor, who sends 3 wide men left and then makes a switch that I haven't seen all year. Back to their standard set. Glenn Washington out to the left. TJ in motion. And Mubarak Lawrence is hog-tied. A yard and a half maybe. bring up a long third down.
I've seen a couple instances where I think the
ball carrier,
refs could have thrown the flag, and they haven't, and I think that's a good sign. They're going to let him play it.
Picking up perhaps a yard will bring up 3rd and 6.
First big third down for Radnor. TJ Fouts in motion, and it's back to the right. It's Jesse Ordonio. He's running. It's going to be very close, Jeff.
Number 4.
It was a counterplay first time today.
Jesse Ordonio picking up the first
Jesse
down.
Really has some running room there.
Pulled down by Eric Mustin.
That was nice blocking in the center of that offensive line.
Absolutely. The middle of that offensive line did a nice job.
Ball is marked at the 25.
Well, with 4 minutes and 32 seconds left in the first quarter, Lower Merion has had it once, and the Raiders stopped them. We're now moving the ball. We're down inside Lower Merion territory with a first down. And then there goes the big move, Mubarak up the middle, and he is stacked up.
But that prior play, we had Wills Wendell in there, number 56.
Again, Mubarak Lawrence on the
Kevin
carry.
Totoro, 75. They did a nice job of creating some room in there.
Bring up 2nd and 7 with 4 minutes remaining here in the first quarter.
I'd expect we're going to see a pass play soon because I think we've got to stretch that defense out. That defense is only geared now to stop the run. We've got to make them think about the ball in the air.
TJ Fouts in motion. It's back to Mubarak off the side, and he stumbled there, Jeff. If he could
Mubarak
have held his feet, that could have been a big play.
Taking the handoff from Mahady.
Now, that was a misdirection play, Jeff. We sent everybody left, and normally it's going to go left and bring Mubarak back against the grain.
Looks like,
perhaps
looks like
a yard
some
will
tempers
bring
are
up
flaring
3rd
there.
down.
Some of the players getting into a little bit of a tussle, shoving match.
And that line, Jeff, that you called off, it's played so well this year. Only Wills Wendell is a junior. Everybody else is a senior.
Jimmy's got the ball.
Jimmy Mahady keeping it himself. I don't think he's
Mahady keeping the ball.
I think Ralph goes for it here, Jeff.
Got to go.
4th down.
This is 4th down territory.
All right. It's close. It's 2 yards.
Well, you don't punt.
Official
Too close to
timeout.
punt, and we don't have a field goal.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to announce that there have been some keys found in the bathroom. They are Honda keys with a green chain around them. Again, these are Honda car keys.
Got the first.
You may get them up here at the booth.
We called it wrong, Jeff. We were thinking they're going to have to go for the 4th.
So please check for your keys.
They did get, I thought they were at least a yard shy, but they got the first down. So it's going to be down. It looks to be about the 15-yard line.
That was the first down for Radnor. Ball at the 15.
Glenn Washington out left. Fouts in motion. Counterplay to Ordonio back to the right, and he's going to be stacked up. Jeff, they have scouted that counterplay.
Radnor's Jesse
They have
Ordonio.
scouted that counterplay, and they have been set up to stop it all day. Okay. We're going to have to do something a little bit different.
Picking up perhaps a yard. We'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
There's really only 2 things you can do. You can try to do something different that throws them off balance, or you can execute better. And so far, we have not been executing any better because there's not been a whole lot of yardage off that side, except for Jimmy's one run himself.
Here goes TJ Fouts in motion. Jimmy's back. He's going to throw. He's got a man open. CJ Yaspelkas. Touchdown, Radnor. Touchdown, Radnor. CJ Yaspelkas catches it in the end zone. And Jeff, he was wide open.
He was wide open. It was a
CJ
perfectly thrown ball
Yaspelkas
by Jimmy Mahady, and it's what I was talking about.
for the touchdown.
And it was a pass.
And it was a pass.
Let me see. I'm going to predict the stock market next, all right?
Well, that was just phenomenal. Radnor took this ball from their own 26-yard line, 74-yard touchdown drive, ended with a pass to CJ Yaspelkas.
And I think that's CJ's first touchdown pass reception.
No, it's not.
The second?
He got one
Extra
last
point
year.
attempt.
Oh,
But Jemanowitz is good.
And Zema Winowitz kicked.
With 2:14
Did I say that
here
right?
in the first quarter remaining.
Kicked the extra point, and with
It's Radnor
2 minutes
7,
14 seconds left in
Lower
the first
Merion
quarter,
nothing.
Radnor has just scored on its opening possession.
So Radnor draws first blood on a field which is probably someday going to be artificial turf. Which I was thinking about that because the first game played between these two teams, Lower Merion and Radnor, was on a field that the players had to cut the grass and line it themselves.
Right. And it's actually called Ardmore High School back then, I believe.
That's right. It wasn't even Lower Merion.
It wasn't even Lower Merion.
And by the way, we are not the oldest public school rivalry, but we are the oldest continuous public school rivalry. Another two teams have been playing since '88, but they've not been playing every year.
Right. And that's lame even for them to mention that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think so.
That's,
They'd ask that if you, when they score touchdown,
here comes kickoff. It's a good high kick. It's going to come down about the 15. Lower Merion man takes it around his right. He's got running room out there. He makes the corner, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds. Maybe around the 25-yard line.
Number 20 on the return, Malik Curry.
Still, a nice defense by the Radnor team. This will be the
Driven out of
second time they've
bounds by
stopped
number 32,
Lower Merion inside their own 30 on the kickoff.
Mark DeChesney.
DeChesney makes the stop, and Jeff, there's another junior on the offense. We should just mention it, and it's the man who caught the touchdown.
Number 48.
Looking for big things out of C.J. Yaspelkas next year. As the ball is put in play, Lower Merion sends 3 men wide to the left. It's the give to the fullback up the middle. This time it's well defended.
Interesting, too, because they had 3 men out here to this left. We only had 2 of them covered. We kept the outside linebacker in to play either the run
number
or the
27,
slot
Mike
man.
Mazzone.
That's a risky play. Because if they've got a good passing game,
Pickup of 2.
that slot
Bring
man
up a
is open for a slant.
second
Be
down,
wide
8
open.
yards to go for the
Jeff, I
Bulldogs.
still want to give a little credit, although C.J. got wide open. Jimmy he was patient. He made a very nice throw into the end zone.
Nice touch on that pass.
All right, very
Good
nice.
arc. Yep.
This time, 2 wide men. He's got quarterbacks in the shotgun. He has 2 running backs. He hands off to one up running back. He's still running out there. Gets plenty of room. Looks to be very close, if not a first
Number
down.
14, Brian Nevison,
You know,
the ball handler,
as we said earlier, this is a large
brought down by
Lower
number
Merion team. Their
6, Larry
line is pretty
DeCipio.
big. So you're going to expect them to
Ball
get
is marked
their
at the
backs through the
35.
line.
We'll bring up a third.
But we're going to have to do a better job of
Perhaps
filling
yard
from a
and a half.
linebacker position to cut them down.
Well, that was not a first down, but it's less than a yard to go for the first.
Joe Leeming out here giving a 7-yard cushion to the wide receiver.
It's got to be a run. It is. Up man gets the ball. And boy, look at that surge by that offensive line. Should be a first down. Jeff, the
Again, 27.
defense is much like the offense. They
It's
have
Mike
3 junior starters, but there'll be 8 guys gone from that starting core next year.
25 seniors in all will graduate.
Officials
Wow.
calling
But
official
you're right,
timeout.
It will decimate the starting lineups for on both sides of the ball.
Well, that just means a lot of kids are going to have a lot of opportunity to play next year.
And we've got a very good group of underclassmen. The JV team had a pretty good record this year. They played well.
JV's played well. The freshman team, they're actually saying some of them as sophomores next year may see some playing time. They're big. They're very big.
Yeah, I was talking to Jamie and Dan Hunt earlier before the game, and they said, Jamie said, Dad, a lot of these guys here were freshmen when I was here. He said, they're huge. He said, they're huge now.
Speaking of huge, some of the guys making this possible, the technical director is Joe Dow, and Joe's down there, I think, in the bowels of the school, running this show down there,
along with Mike Nass. And Tariq Al-Shaib, who's the audio director.
So all of those guys working real hard today. They've been here since 9:30 under the direction of
It's
Mickey
worked
Crone.
down here in inches.
Jeff, is 4th in inches, as J.B. Schmink tells us. The surge must not have been as awesome as I thought it was.
No kidding.
Astute obvious.
Mr. Obvious Man.
Oh, thank you, man. ESPN is here scouting us and make that comment. This time it's a first down, and doggone, it could have been broken for a touchdown. Taking it all the way out. I believe we came inside Radnor territory that time to about the 49-yard line.
Mazzone picking up the first down.
No, I'd expect to see
Brought
some
down by
blitzing.
Max Booth.
I'd expect to see some blitzing, but we'll talk about that
Ball
when the
is
quarter's
marked
over.
at the
Boy, the
46-yard
quarter
line.
goes fast when you have all the offensive plays are running plays except for 2. I think Radnor threw
that is
one
the end
pass,
of the quarter.
and Lower Merion threw 1 pass out of both series.
With Radnor
Well,
leading
unfortunately,
7
ours was complete
to
for a
nothing
touchdown.
over
Theirs was
Lower Merion.
their very first play, and it was a bounce pass to the receiver.
Maybe he's been watching Donovan McNabb a lot. I don't know.
Lord. Well, Jeff, this is, as we said, a big day for all the seniors, and some of those seniors are cheerleaders.
Yes.
And as we commented several times this year, there are a lot of girls on this cheerleading squad, including one who was a Katrina victim. And those senior cheerleaders were honored, but this is a very large squad, and they have just done really well in terms of enthusiasm, pep, and cheer during the season.
And let me give you the senior cheerleaders. Erin Elkin, Laurie Berger, and Jennifer Hoffman were captains. Alicia Brennan, Megan Walensky, Megan Marchesani, and Allison Ress. Radnor senior cheerleaders who are moving on next year to college. I also want to mention the coaches for these cheerleaders. Kate Bizzuto and Lisa Hefner, who have helped make the squad what it is today.
Kudos to all of them. All right, beginning the second quarter here. Quarterback goes to his left. He pitches it out to number 4. He's trying to turn the corner. There's Both after him. Oh, Max Both made a great tackle out there, Jeff.
Yeah, he did a nice job of filling quickly from the corner position.
Ellison's pitch to number 14, Ryan Nevison.
But again, I've got to say part of the problem
Picks
with
up
that play
about 3 yards.
was that the back ran sideways.
We bring up a
you have got
second
to turn and get
and
yourself
7.
squared upfield to make any yardage on sweeps.
Ball is at the 49 of the Bulldogs.
If you're still running sideways, once you're out past the end, you're just not going to make anything.
And Max Both did a very good job of open tackling there. Man got 3 yards on that to bring up 2nd and 7. Give to the first man up the middle. Oh, he's hit right there almost immediately. That was one of the better plays up the middle, Jeff, that the defense have had.
And that time they'd also brought out Jimmy Mahady, the safety, to cover the slot man. Now what that does, unfortunately, if you've got 3 wide receivers and you've got man-to-man coverage on them, you've got 3 men out of the middle of the defense to stop the run.
3 yards.
Well, they stopped that run. I mean, it looks to be about 4 long, 4
Ball is marked
4.5, 5 yards for the first down. It's
Correction,
3rd down now.
48-yard line of Radnor.
And here we go.
Third
We have
down.
3 wide men to the right side, 1 setback with the quarterback. Quarterback goes to his right. He's being chased out here. He eluded 1 man. Would have stopped him. Now I think he got the first down. Tackled by Jimmy Mahady.
Well, that was Big Wills Wendell,
Wilson
number 56.
keeping the ball.
6'1", 225.
Running around the right
A guy
end.
that big probably just doesn't have the same speed as the quarterback.
Well, no, he
Brought down
didn't, but
by
he
number
made 1
14.
heck of an effort out there.
That's Radnor's Jimmy Mahady, the senior,
And the quarterback did get a first
But not
down
before
before
picking up
Jimmy
the first
Mahady came
down
up and stopped him.
to the
And as
40-yard
we've said all
line.
year, Jimmy is a very sure tackler.
He is, and also Wills is one of the guys who's a junior.
Well, Lower Merion
so
will
we're going to
have
be getting
first
him
and
back
10.
next year.
Lower Merion took it down to the 40-yard line of Radnor. 10 minutes left in the second quarter. Quarterback's in the shotgun. He has 2 men flanking him. It's a give to one. Oh, immediately tackled in the backfield. John Connors, number 82. What a play by
That was
John
number
Connors.
82.
John Connor, 6'2", 170 pounds.
That's John Connors, the
John-
senior.
John's going to be going on to play lacrosse in
John
college.
Connors making the
it.
tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Very good athlete all the way around, and he showed it there, Jeff. He just
Which
came
will bring up a
maybe
2nd and
untouched there to
14.
make a 5-yard stop, or a 5-yard loss of dart.
Ball marked at the 45-yard line.
It's a give to the man around the left side. He's running out. He's being chased by Gerling. He's being strung out, Jeff. Well strung out.
And a nice hit on the sideline.
Again, both strung it out, and
Ryan Nevison.
Leeming comes in to finish him off. But he picked up, 4 yards, Jeff, but he did exactly what
ball
you said.
carrier
You
for
can't
Lower
be going
Merion.
laterally when you get that close to the sideline.
Yep.
Bringing the ball back to the original line of scrimmage, which would be 3rd down.
That's why I've always thought the best way
And
to run,
about 10.
to run a pitch like that is to have the pitch man go backwards in a big U and start running straight towards the line of scrimmage when he gets the ball. So when he gets the ball, he is running forward at full steam, not running sideways at an angle.
Well, they'll give some credit to Radnor's defense out there. They just stretched it out.
Yeah, he had no place to go.
They really didn't.
They did a great job of filling on that side, which was the weak side.
This is a very big play. Quarterback in the... He keeps it himself, a quarterback sneak, and he's should be stopped short of the first down, Jeff. The only question will be, are they going to go for it on fourth?
Well, I didn't see any evidence of a
Brought down by
kicking
Jimmy
game.
Mahady.
So I would think with no kicking game, they're probably going to have to go for it.
Well, it'll be fourth and, gosh, about 6. This could be dangerous, Jeff, to give Radnor the ball here.
Well, so you punt it. I guess the worst thing that can happen, if it goes into the end zone, so you give it to Radnor on the 20.
It looks like Lower Merion, here they're saying, last game of the year, we've only got a 1 win, which is against Harriton.
Yeah.
Let's see what we can do. That looked to me to be a quarterback keep all the way.
Absolutely. It was a quarterback keep and a bit of a counter because the flow was going to the right and the quarterback went back to the left. Smart move.
Now, there's a big, big fourth down to state the obvious again.
Fourth and 4 is a timeout called by Lower Merion.
Lower Merion, well.
They may be thinking twice about it.
Maybe thinking twice. I'll tell you, I'd be thinking twice about it, Jeff. I mean, there's 9 minutes left in the quarter, which means in the half, you're not that deep into Radnor territory, because if you give it up now, you give Radnor excellent field position.
So you can't kick a field goal. I mean, I don't think they can kick a field goal. So you have to try to punt it and pooch it into the corner. And if the ball goes into the end zone, you give it to them on the 20, which is a difference of about, 25 yards. So
yeah.
You got to punt it here.
I would think so, but we're sitting at this table broadcasting the game. We're not over there on the sidelines coaching.
I also want to mention that tomorrow is the Taste of Radnor at the Connell Center.
Yeah. Connolly
Center at Villanova from 4 to 7,
4 to 8. Tickets can be available at the door. You can go onto the website at Channel 21, or you can go on to radnorfootball.com and click through to Channel 21.
It's a benefit to raise money for Channel 21.
Right.
And they have a lot of restaurateurs and shopkeepers from around the Radnor Township there freely donating their wares.
Well, here we go, Jeff. 2 wide men to the right, 1 to the left. Fourth down, about 5 yards to go. Quarterback's rolling to his right. He's looking, he's pressured.
Nobody.
He should be caught, Jeff, and dropped. Boy, Michael Brown came in there along with C.J. Yaspelkus.
Ellison kicking the ball.
Radnor's saying we have the ball going our way. The Zebras have yet to make that determination.
Stopped by John Gerling.
Yes,
and they have. Well, what a terrific defensive charge there on the quarterback, Jeff.
Not only a good defensive charge, though, Tommy, but the defensive secondary did a nice job of covering his receivers so he had no place to go with the ball.
Wonderful. Jimmy Mahady will bring his charges out in excellent field position here. For the second time in the game, Radnor's got the ball on offense. The first time
Radnor
ended up in a touchdown. Washington wide to the left. Gives to Mubarak Lawrence up the middle. Big move takes it out for a 5 or 6 yard gain.
Boy, nice hole between guard and the left
Mubarak Lawrence.
Center and the left guard.
Radnor's ball carrier.
Boy, if you're a ball carrier and you see that hole open up, you've got to get that through that thing in a hurry.
Absolutely.
Picking up about 8 yards.
I stand corrected. It
Ball
wasn't
is
5 or 6
the
yards.
38.
It was 8. Taking it out to the 38-yard line.
2nd and 2.
Caney will go wide to the right this time.
Uh-oh. They're going to try to...
Fouts in motion. The gives to Fouts back around the left. TJ makes a great cut.
Is he fast
TJ's in a foot race. TJ Fouts in a foot race. He's pulled down at the 25-yard line. And what a move by TJ Fouts, the senior.
TJ Fouts, the senior.
Again, coming off the left side of the Radnor line.
Picking up big yardage.
That left side making some big holes. He got past the
Brought down from
linebacker.
behind by number
and then
3.
lost the foot race to the end zone.
Right. Well, I
Ellison.
can't wait to ask TJ about that later and say, TJ, you did not take it to the house. What's wrong with you, son?
But
all the credit, he was slowed down a little bit. He never really got his traveling legs going.
Yeah.
1st and 10, Red Raiders.
Rodonio in motion. Mahady's keeping it right. Mahady gets a 4-yard
Mahady
gain.
on the keeper.
And let me just give some credit to that left side of that Radnor line. Kevin Totoro, number 75, is a center.
On the
then we
tackle,
have Tyler Tyler
20,
Packer,
Malik
57,
Curry.
the left guard, and then John Gerling, 72, the left tackle. Boy,
Pick up
that
a
whole
5, second
that
and
whole
5.
drive was basically over their 3 backs.
Oh, yeah, wow. And you could see TJ, it was a great angle we had. You could see TJ coming through that hole. It was just superior. Ordonio with a 5-yard pickup. Radnor was putting Mubarak Lawrence out left, and here's that odd shift, Jeff. We haven't seen it all year, I don't think.
That's the first time I've seen it today. You're right. Just in this first game.
Ordonio in motion.
It was a quarterback draw.
Well,
Jimmy stepped back, put the ball up like he was going to throw it, and then tried to get through the middle of the line.
he picked up some, not a lot. It'll be 3rd down and about 3.5
Quarterback
to
keeps
go
the
for a
ball.
first.
What was interesting, Tommy, about this set is that the defense, their
Bring up a 3rd down.
deepest man
Pick
was
up a
6 yards off the
perhaps
line
2
of scrimmage,
yards.
and Radnor's
A
was
3rd
8
and 3.
yards. So Lower Merion,
5 minutes
everybody
remaining here in the
within
half.
a 6-yard box to the line of scrimmage. If we could break somebody through that into the end zone as a passing pattern, it's 6. Now they're a little bit deeper.
Here comes TJ. It's a pitch to TJ, and he's got the first down. He's going to go down inside the 10-yard line.
Hold.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Again,
I
that
was
was
afraid
TJ
I saw the
Fowles,
hold.
although there is a flag down.
Yeah, it was on number 21. I don't know who did it on our side, but it was pretty apparent.
Yeah, it was. I saw that. I was sort of crossing my fingers and hoping that it just would go unnoticed, but it didn't.
Yeah.
Coach Ralph Rapinoe's out there pleading with his
Hold
Chargers.
on Radnor.
The refs are doing a nice job of letting him play. That one was pretty obvious, I thought.
Ball is moved back
And again, the clock now almost five
to the
and a half minutes
26-yard
left to
line.
go. This is a fast-moving first half because there have been very few passes and very few out of bounds.
Well, now instead of a first down, that'll bring up a 3rd and about 11 to go for a first. Perfect time for Ordonio to throw the halfback pass to Washington. And it's Mubarak Lawrence up the middle. Look at the move run inside the 10-yard line. Down to the 10 or the 11.
Mubarak Lawrence
Wait, when he gets up ahead of steam, he is hard to bring down.
He was. And
pushing his
who are we
way
going to credit?
forward,
Well, the O-line.
The O-line, man. They
And that
just,
was over the right side of the O-line.
picking up
They
the
just
first
broke it
down
open
for
for
the
him.
Red Raiders.
for Moo to take it up in there and get a big, big first down.
Ball appears to be marked at
Radnor
the
can still get a
11-yard
first down
line.
now, down inside the 5-yard line.
The right side of that line is Totoro, Wills Wendell, and C.J. Yaspelkus. Made that hole for him.
Jimmy keeps it right side. Jimmy's going to go.
Points!
Touchdown! Radnor! Jimmy Mahady scores the second touchdown for the Radnor Raiders with 5 minutes even left to go in the half.
Jimmy Mahady scoring for Radnor.
Jeff, he wasn't touched until he got into the secondary. He wasn't touched.
The thing I liked about that play was Jimmy's timing. He faked the handoff to Mubarak Lawrence and then didn't immediately follow him through the hole. He sort of stood there like he'd already gotten rid of the ball.
Oh, it's Greg Epps. He didn't think he could do it. He's running out to his right. He's looking. He throws the ball out there.
Out of bounds.
It's going to be out of bounds. I guess Greg didn't think he could get the ball down. It was a bit of a high
The
snap.
extra point attempt is no good.
Yeah, that was not a planned pass play for 2 points.
No.
That was a snap that went awry.
Well, that was
The score with 5
that
minutes
was
remaining here in
unfortunate.
the
But
half
again,
is
Jimmy Mahady
Radnor 13,
showing superior patience in that run.
Well, the reason he did not
Lower
get
Merion, nothing.
touched was, as I was saying before, he hesitated like he didn't have the ball, and that let everybody key on Mubarak, and it cleared out that whole side of the field. I like that timing. Excellent deception.
Jimmy has a lot of qualities. He's got some speed, he's got some quickness, but his best quality is just smart.
Let me add a fourth. He's a competitor.
Well, that's true.
You know, he just does not stop.
Doesn't quit. Wished him good luck before the game, and all he did was just sort of grin a little bit.
I didn't even see the grin. I thought it was a grimace.
How are you doing?
Well, how are you?
I'm good.
How's your year going?
Really well.
Oh, that's terrific.
I love it.
That's great.
Yeah.
Let's come back and have fun.
Okay.
So Tommy, Radnor goes up 13-0, not getting that extra point. And look where the ball is. It's on the hash mark. They're kicking to this side of the field on purpose.
Well, they must know something. It's a short kick. It's a very short kick, down to about the 35, and that number 9 is a big kid.
He's a big boy. And
Very big kid.
And he tried to get over to the left side of the field. Now, the last 2 kickoffs Radnor
Number
made
9 on the return.
to this side of the field, and
Mark
we stopped it
Shabowitz.
pretty effectively.
Well, they must know something about the return men, one would guess.
Or they put in a new return defense, which makes a lot of sense. Kick it to one side of the field, you can use the sideline as part of your team. You kick it down the middle, you've got to protect the entire field. I've never quite understood people kicking the ball down the middle.
Down the middle.
Radnor's back in pass defense formation.
Well, it's an I backfield this time, 2 wide men. Quarterback keeps it himself and he gets right up the middle with a great. There was no one there.
He's a pretty big
Ellison
quarterback,
putting his head down and driving forward.
And look at Mike Brown.
Oh, wow. Michael Brown.
Number 9, went right for the quarterback, wrapped him up until he found out he didn't have the ball and sort of let him go.
And that's good.
Yep. So they've definitely got some spies on the quarterback and the pitch man.
Be a 3rd and 1.
Looked to me as if John Connors was coming on a run blitz, and he blitzed right into the hole where the man was coming.
I love that run blitz. John Connors does that. Larry DeCipio, number 6, does that. That's how you stop it. When you're getting beat on the line, you fill the line with extra blitzers. Now, what you do, of course, as we said earlier, is you leave yourself open for the pass over the middle because you've got less defensemen in the back.
All right, it's 3rd down and 1 to go for a first. There's a flag. That's probably going to be too much time, I would think, on Lower Merion, Jeff. Push them back 5.
Yeah, push them back 5. They repeat 3rd down, right?
Yes.
So it's not a loss of down.
But that's a big penalty, Jeff, because
Delay a game.
my guess would be at this point with 3 minutes and 30 seconds
5
left to
yard
go
penalty.
that this was 4 down territory
Bring
for
up a
LM
3rd
this
and
time.
6.
Now they have to wonder if they don't pick this up. I don't think they want to give it back to Radnor because Radnor could put it in with 3 minutes left.
Oh, sure we could.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to see a pass here, though.
Yeah, I know I'm not up there. You don't have to remind me.
Timeout, Lower Merion.
Well, once again, I guess they just
Timeout, Lower Merion.
weren't quite sure what they wanted to do on that series, and this is a tough one to call.
I also want to mention earlier that, Tommy, we mentioned the senior cheerleaders. It's also senior day for the band. And this band is a very good band for Radnor. And they had a bunch of seniors on this team. Gosh, there's almost too many to mention.
Well,
But they were honored before the game.
And I think maybe they're going to do the band at halftime.
All right.
You know, Jeff, I counted the Lower Merion squad. They have 36 boys over there. Now, that doesn't sound like many, but last year and the year before, I don't think they had even 30 on their team. So this is
They've had
a little bigger.
Yeah, they've had a losing program for years. So it's very difficult to get people to come out when you're getting your butt handed to you every day.
And as we said, Radnor now on the team has, if you count the freshmen, over 100 boys, which is just terrific. Freshman squad's about 35 itself. Here we go, 3rd down, 5 yards. Quarterback's rolling to his left, looking, throwing short. It's caught by number 14.
And the refs give it to him.
Ellis's pass is complete.
That should be a first down.
To number 14, Brian Nevison.
Boy, he did 2 things. He got the first down and
Who
stopped
picks
the
up
clock
the first down.
with the out of bounds.
We just got the thumbs up here from Nicky
Ball is
Crone.
marked at the 48-yard line.
Must be doing okay with the broadcast.
Little nervous about being able to hear us because we've got this omnidirectional mic on the
remaining
table
here in the half.
with a loudspeaker right above us. I'm not sure anybody can hear a thing we're saying.
Yeah, well,
I guess they are.
We'll take it from Nikki. She the man. And I say that with all great affection and regard. First down, Lower Merion. Quarterback takes it. He's going off his right side. He's tucking it under. He's going to be dropped by big Michael Brown.
That was Radnor's number 9, Michael Brown.
Jeff, that was just a pure football play.
Shutting off the run play.
Yeah, he just broke through, took him by the shoulder pad and threw him on the ground.
And it looked to me,
Loss of
Jeff,
2 yards.
I mean, the quarterback just got in tucked it. He made no pretense about a
Bring
pitch
up
or a
a
pass or
2nd and
anything.
12.
Well, from our side, you could see he tucked it under, so he knew he wasn't going to try to throw it.
And that was a loss of about 1.5 yards, 2 yards on that.
He's under center now.
3 men wide left, and it's a give to the up man. He's got running room. Flag comes out.
That's probably a hold.
One would think it's a hold. We got 2 minutes and.
Well, you see number 55
Flag is
getting
down.
up off the ground.
Yes.
the flag almost hit him in the side. The ref flew it right at him. I would be surprised if it's not a penalty against 55.
On number 55.
Yeah.
Well, I know you and I both played football. When those flags came out, the one thing you tried to do is get as far away from it as you could so people wouldn't think it was you. And then you also try to get as far away from the coaching staff as you could.
Yeah.
And it will be a walk-off against Lower Merion. Take it all the way back to about the 36-yard line of Lower Merion.
Clock is down to 2.5
Holding.
minutes.
Against Lower Merion. 2nd and 22.
Quarterback's rolling to his left. He's got a naked bootleg out there right now. He's going to get some pretty good yardage. I don't think he gets back to the original line of scrimmage, though.
Ellison brought down by number 79. That's Dave DeJoseph, the senior.
Boy, Jeff, I'll tell you, that's reminiscent of John Elway on a naked bootleg. This kid's big, but he isn't that big.
And he's not fast either.
Yeah.
But Elway wasn't fast either.
3rd and 14 with 1:40 remaining here in the half.
It'll be interesting now with the clock ticking down to almost 1:30 left. Very long yardage for Lower Merion, whether Ralph Rapino sends the house now on a blitz. He doesn't. It's a 4-man rush. The quarterback's got all kinds of time. Oh, he throws behind number 14. Jeff, he was open on the
Pass
slant.
intended to Brian Nevison.
He was open. Our defender was trailing him. And if that ball had been thrown where it
Ball
should have
incomplete.
been, it would have been a completion and a first down. And maybe more.
Yeah, that was just a poorly thrown ball there. So Lower Merion's going to have to punt. With the Cox at 118. Radnor's Jesse Ordonio goes back at his usual spot back there to field the punt. The fun thing will be to see whether or not we see Air Rapino. Line drive punts. Oh wow, it's going to roll and roll and roll and roll about the 1 yard line.
That's going to take it.
Ellison's punt
That's going to change the offensive strategy
going
of the
all the way
series.
down
Well, I
to about the 3
think
yard
that answers my
line,
question as to
Yeah.
whether or not there's
where
going to be Air
Radnor will take
Rapino.
I
over
would say not.
No,
I'd say probably Jimmy keeps it in his own hands.
I was just going
With
to
1:08
ask you
here
that, whether
remaining.
Jimmy would even hand the ball off.
Absolutely.
And that's the correct thing, I think. I mean,
so.
the odds are way against you going 99 yards for a score.
Unless you're Greg Epps at quarterback.
53-yard punt.
That's
Ellison
exactly
on
right
that play.
against Conestoga. Greg Epps, 99 yards from his quarterback slot for a score.
Mubarak
And
got the ball, I think.
Jimmy gives it to Mubarak Lawrence up the middle. It's a good line surge. He's going to get 5-6 yards out of that. And the clock will be running. But also another thing,
Ball
Jeff,
carrier was
if I'm not
Mubarak
mistaken,
Lawrence.
I believe Radnor is
Pushing
going to
forward
receive
to
the
about
ball
the
in the second
9-yard
half.
line.
Yes, we kicked
Pick
off.
up of about
So,
6.
you know, we can close this out here. We pick up the ball in the first half first, and I think this is a correct play from Coach Ralph Rapino.
Take a knee.
Well, it's 37 seconds. I guess you could.
Speaking of timing, the last series by Lower Merion, they were not rushing to get back up to the line of scrimmage. They weren't really trying to maximize their clock management.
Well, and the thing that their coach has to do is to keep them up.
Yeah, took a knee.
Lower Merion's coach's biggest challenge right now is for the boys not to go in and just say, the season's over, we're going to go out and go through the motions in the second half.
You know, I never quite understood that. I mean, I know what you're saying, and it is a danger, but maybe because when I was a player, if I was a junior, I would want to be playing to earn my spot on the squad next year.
That's the
If I
half.
was a senior, I wanted to go out in a blaze of glory. This
True.
would be a game you
With the
expect
Radnor
everybody to
Red
be up for.
Raiders, 13.
Well,
The
in
Lower
the
Merion
109th
Bulldogs,
meeting
nothing.
of the Lower Merion Radnor football rivalry, Jeff, the tradition, as we might start calling it, Radnor has had 2 very impressive drives.
Indeed they have. And they for a team that runs the ball, they finished off one of those with a nice pass for a touchdown.
Gorgeous pass, and the other was the quarterback keeping it, going virtually untouched into the end zone. But it was vintage
To announce the
Radnor
50-50.
running game.
And what I thought was impressive about the last series the one before the one we
Please
just saw,
get your
where Radnor
coupon
scored,
out.
is they were making some significant gains
5-2,
on running plays off left and right
0-2,
tackle.
8-8.
We had Mubarak Lawrence making some big
Again,
gains. We had TJ Faust running.
5-2,
We had Jimmy Mahady making yardage.
0-2,
So the Radnor line seemed to be
8-8.
figuring out what they had to do
You may
to
collect
move
your
the
winnings at the
Lower Merion
merchandise table.
defensive line off its position. And I think we should see them coming out again, trying to take advantage of that, what they learned in the first half.
Well, he did, and that was terrific adjustments on the defensive side of the ball when Lower Merion moved the ball pretty well that first series. Just terrific adjustments there.
Yeah, I don't think these Lower Merion players are going to quit by any means. But, you know, you, as you said, you might see a little bit of a letdown. And you know what a letdown does? Yeah. It gives you maybe half a step slower. Yeah,
you're just not into it as much. Well, we're going to quit yakking here in a few minutes as they set up for halftime. And Channel 11, the good folks at Channel 11 are going to carry this entire halftime for the community. And I guess it's going to be extraordinary because we do have the band you mentioned. We've got the flag ladies out there. The cheerleaders will be performing as well.
Good afternoon.
So why don't we let the PA announcer take over and we'll sign off for the half.
Radnor High School Marching Band. This year the band performs its Piano Man show, featuring the music of Elton John and Billy Joel, two of the greatest entertainers of our time. The marching unit is led on the field by drum majors Elena, Benny, and the Jets Bleeba, Alex, Elton John, Drake, Paul, Billy, Joel, Lee, and Heather Uptown Girl McGaw. Featured soloists today include Will Wickham on trombone, Andrew Faulkner on alto sax, Joe Falcone on trumpet, and Daniel Townsend keyboard. The dance solo is performed by Ellen Steele, captain of the color guard, and our featured twirler is Winnie Wolf. Additional student leaders include color guard co-captains Mallory Mars and Jessica Welsh, assisted by Leslie Rockwell and Robin Seltzer, as well as drum captain Marshall Fleming. Today's show is dedicated to our high school band. Today's performance is dedicated to our high school band seniors and their parents. And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you welcome our drum majors for a presentation of the show this halftime.
Thank you. All right, appreciate it. So good. How are the boys doing? They loosen up a little bit? They're a little tight before the game.
Who's coaching this team? Yeah, exactly. Crap.
We're getting both the goals. They've held us like at least 5 times.
One down here.
Which one? Are we going that way or that way?
This way, number 21.
Yeah, hurry home.
Yeah, watch it on TV.
Here for the Radnor High School Marching Band. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, to direct your attention to the center of the track where we'd like to recognize our band seniors. When their names are called, they will come forward, be met with one or two or their parents. Our senior graduate in this year, Meredith X. Lisa. Eric Brodson, Kirby Brown, Brian Brown, Chelsea Sear, George Clement, Nick Clifton, Alex Drake, Brian Farrell, Andrew Faulkner, Marshall Fleming, Ryan Ford, Campbell Gibson, Leah Horgan, Richard Johnley, Merritt Jenkins, Jordan, Tom Merion, Pete Lee, Ryan Clark, Sean Moore, Mallory Morris, Leslie Rockwell, Gary Rock, and Scanlon. Kevin Todwell and Jessica Welsh. We would also like to recognize our honor guard this year. These young fine students were nominated by the faculty, voted on senior class. They Stephanie Caniglia, Scott Parker, Parker Gibb, Mimi Jones, Mubarak I. Lawrence, Jim A. Mahady,
Where do we get it,
Sean Heather McGaw, John Ogilvy, Carrie East, Eduardo, He's
And if we can put 7 on the board here, Jeff, I will relax a little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
All right.
Because you got to feel LM has nothing to lose. They'll try everything. Jesse Ordonio on the left, Glenn Washington on the right. Kick's going to go to, well, Glenn's going to pick it up. He handles it out there. He looks in the middle. He jukes. He looks in the middle again. Brings it out. A pretty good run back there, Jeff.
That's going to give us pretty good start.
Glenn Washington fielding the kickoff.
I want to point out for our
Returns
fans
it out across
just
the
tuning
30.
in that this is the 109th meeting of the
Ball
Lower
marked at
Merion
about the
Radnor
31.
High School
Where
football
Radnor will have
rivalry.
first and 10.
And that also the Radnor team is in the dark burgundy jerseys, and we have Lower Merion in the white jerseys.
And the most important fact is we're ahead 13-0.
There you go.
Glenn Washington comes split to the left. Fouts in motion. The pitch is to TJ. It's got some blocking out there. He gets by one man. He gets by another man. TJ Fouts is in a foot race, and TJ Fouts is going to open, and there's a flag down.
Oh, it was so
Touchdown,
sad.
Radnor. TJ
Not gonna count.
Fouts.
There was a player closing
With a
in on
touchdown.
TJ, and a Radnor player, in his zeal to stop him,
11:42.
put out his hands and grabbed the other player and
In
threw
the
him down.
third,
That's going to be whole
it's
thing.
TJ
Bring it back.
Faust.
And that is
However, there was a
unfortunate.
flag down.
Oh, I could see it happening. I said, don't touch him, don't touch him. And boom.
Well, and of course, you're out there in the heat of battle, Jeff. You don't know, and he didn't have to touch him.
Didn't have to.
TJ was going to take that to the house anyway. And that, well, 2 comments on that. One, 2 outside men gave TJ phenomenal blocks. They just blocked so well. And then TJ made a move on one guy that left him in the dust, and then it was a foot race.
That's right. Nice blocking, and TJ was smart enough to cut up behind the block.
Right. Well, we still got the ball inside LM territory. Here comes TJ in motion. Jimmy, I believe, kept it himself. Jimmy Mahady is going to push forward.
Jimmy
Short
Mahady
yardage.
picks up about 4.
Well, that was a lot of work for 4 yards.
That was.
He's going to feel that one tomorrow.
Well, in the second half here, we need to talk about a lot of people, Jeff, and
Ball is ignored,
not the least
right
of
at
which
the
is the
40-yard
Radnor
line of the Bulldogs.
Booster Club, headed by
We're
Barb
gonna be
DeCipio
second
as the
and
president.
6.
And Barb's going to retire after this year. She's done it for 2 years. She has done a phenomenal job as a president.
She's not only has she done a very good, efficient organizational job, but her spirit and her dedication has been marvelous.
Pitch to Ordonio around the right. He's got some running room out there. Very good blocking. Jesse Ordonio makes a cut. Another flag. 2 flags.
That's probably going to bring it back again.
Another flag is down.
Boy, Jesse got around the corner
That was
very
Jesse
easily.
Ordonio.
He did. He accelerated and he turned upfield. My pet peeve.
Wow, making all these great runs and getting penalties. We ought to keep going here. Barb Mahady, who is the vice president, and just did yo-person work on a number of initiatives. We're not sure. Barb may or may not be back next year on the Booster Club.
Holding Radnor.
Marcia Mahoric, who takes pictures on the sideline. She's the treasurer. She's been doing this for several years, and she, again, is one of those unsung heroes
Don't
behind
forget
it.
Lynn Rufo.
We'll move the ball
Well,
back
and Lynn,
to
yeah, who brought to us the
about the
Radnor
47.
football website, which is
We'll bring up second down.
www.radnorfootball.com. It is awesome, and if you haven't
Perhaps
seen
13.
it, you really need to go look at this thing.
Mike Hobson
Mike Hobson ran the golf tournament this year, big fundraiser for the team. Did a phenomenal job, tireless worker. Second down, and they lose a yard, Jeff, because of that holding. And here we go.
Again, the Radnor offensive line has found the
Again,
secret
TJ
to
Faust.
making some decent holes.
Yeah, and TJ brought that out. Credit TJ for a nice
Tackled
run,
by
but
Mike
again, for
Conley,
the
number
offensive line.
21. We'll bring up a third,
Boy, it's nice to see the Radnor
and perhaps
backs
6.
dancing through the holes with daylight. It lets them
Ball
showcase
is
their
marked at
abilities.
near the 39-yard line.
And of course, we have the Pasta Mothers for the
Pasta
Radnor Boosters
Mothers.
Club,
Wow.
who kept feeding these young ravenous men so they are ready to go at game time. Mubarak's got the ball.
Mubarak Lawrence out there. And Anthony Ferraro, senior wideout, has been getting a lot of play. Thank goodness.
Mubarak Lawrence
Ralph Rapino is going to
taking
try and
the
get as
handoff
many
from
seniors
Mahady.
as he can this game, I'm sure.
Anthony's number 88 for
Ball
the
is
folks out there
marked.
without a roster.
At the 35. Will be 4th down and perhaps a yard and a half for the first, with 9:24 remaining here in the third.
Here comes Glenn Washington in his wideout slot. Radnor will go with their standard set here. Ordonio Fouts, Lawrence in the backfield, Jimmy Mahady in the quarterback. He gives to TJ Fouts. TJ's cutting up inside and he's struggling forward. It's going to be close. I think he got it, Jeff, but I'm not
Number
sure.
5, the ball
It's going to be
carrier.
very close.
Well, the ball is
Radnor's
down.
TJ
Where the ball
Faust.
is now is a first down. Whether they spot the ball there is going to be. I think he got it.
Man, oh man, it's going to be close.
Yeah.
They're going to measure it.
Official timeout
Could be
for a
about the nose of
measurement.
the football.
All right.
I also want to give a mention to Dan Nichter, who filled in while I was away on business.
And
for a
very
couple games.
ably so.
Ably so.
Dan Nichter, a guidance counselor here at the school. I think Danny's retiring after this year. One of the neat things about him is he knows all the kids.
Yeah, so when he talks, he can talk about what their plans are for after college.
First down, Red Raiders.
And they got the first down. Nice.
Thankfully so. You mentioned the pasta parties, Jeff. I know some of the other sports teams have pasta parties, but it can't be like watching 100-plus football players have to come in. And I have to give credit to the mothers. The mothers have done unbelievably this year in feeding these kids. It's quite a sight. Bring up first down now. Comes a blitz and TJ Fouts off the left side. Oh, thought he had a seam there for a minute, Jeff.
TJ Faust.
He got caught at the line of scrimmage.
Stopped by Mike Mazzoni. Correction, Mazzone.
Well, from where we're sitting, Tommy, it looked like he chose the wrong hole. It looked like the hole was one blocker to the outside. Yeah. And if he cut outside, he would have had a little more
Pickup
yardage.
of perhaps a yard will bring up second
Also
and 9.
looked like there was a run blitz, Jeff, with 2 men, so they were
were
stacking it up in there pretty good. They just don't want Radnor to run it on
That's
them.
why you run outside when that happens.
Yep. So he picked up maybe a yard.
If they're going to be run blitzing, the time is to defend that with a pass. Pitch. Stretched out.
Well, he made a cut. Oh, that could have been a face mask. Doggone it, looked like he was.
Radnor's number 4.
Yeah, but there was a
Jesse
rip right
Ordonio.
there.
Yeah. Must have been around his neck instead of his face mask. Speaking of the pass, I had
Driven out of bounds by
opportunity
number
has time
55,
to
Ben
speak
Gage,
to Betsy Yaspelkus,
the junior.
who was one happy lady.
I bet not as happy, almost as happy as her husband, Officer Charlie Yaspelkus.
Yeah, well, I understand Charlie may be watching this on TV and had called and asked if she saw that. At least that was the word I heard. So
if he is, hi, Charlie.
Here we go.
Your boy's doing fine.
3rd and 9 now. Jimmy Mahady's looking to his left. He overthrew Mubarak Lawrence. And speaking of Yaspelkus was being held deep down.
Mahady's pass falling incomplete.
And I don't know how the ref didn't pick that up.
Yeah.
Well, it's 4th down, Jeff. Do you think Coach Pino's going to go for it?
Sure. Well, actually, at this point, I'd probably, if he kicks it and it goes inside the end zone, you pick up 12 yards. I'd probably go for it.
Yeah, well, Mancuso's coming in for Washington, and he is going to go for it. I have to say, Jimmy just overthrew Mubarak that time. Mubarak was open.
Yeah.
He would have galloped a long way if not for a touchdown. Jimmy's got 2 wide left. He's coming out to his left. He's looking like he's wanting to run it. He's not going to get a first down. He slips. Oh, man. You talked about his competitiveness. He showed
Jimmy
it right
Mahady
there.
keeping the ball.
put his head down. And he gets the ball up to the 26. Yep, 26-yard line. So that's where Lower Merion
Short
will
of
take
the
over.
first down.
It'll be just inside 8 minutes now, and Lower Merion will take over after Radnor seemingly had a touchdown on a long run from scrimmage by T.J. Fouts, brought back by a holding call. So this will be Lower Merion's first offensive series in the second half. They got 7:53 to go in the third
Lower
quarter.
Merion will have it 1st and 10 at the 25.
Is it time for Lower Merion to just start throwing the ball all over the
Well,
place?
you think so by looking at the Radnor defense. Look where Jimmy Mahady is, a free safety. He's back about 10, 12 yards. He's definitely looking for a pass.
The quarterback's in the shotgun. He's going to give it to the back man. Oh, wow. What a defensive surge by the line, Jeff. There's Gerling on the bottom. There's Yaspelkus. There's Both. There's Connors.
I think Mike Brown, number 9, was the first guy to meet
Maybe
him.
he was.
He wrapped a big paw around his chest, and he stopped like he'd hit a door.
And DeCipio was down there as well. Boy, that was
Lower Merion picking up
going
for
nowhere.
2 yards. Will bring up 2nd and 8.
Well, in times like this so far, the quarterback typically rolls one way or the other. He doesn't drop straight back very much. He's got wide receivers left and right. Still 2 men in the backfield with him. He's going to roll his left. He's going to be caught.
Oh, he was caught.
He was caught by John Connors, who just ran right by him. And now Larry DeCipio and others are on him. But John Connors made a terrific move out there and could have had an awesome sack.
I think John was just so
Brought down by
doggone
Max Booth, number
surprised
36
to see the
for
quarterback
Radnor.
in his sights that he just sort of froze.
Well, credit the
We'll bring
quarterback
up a
there. He
3rd
made a
down.
heck of a move to get away from John Connors, and then he picked up about
About
6 yards.
4.
But he paid for it because he got hit hard going down there by 3 or
With
4 Radnor
5:43
defenders.
remaining here in the 3rd.
Well, at that time we saw what he has done again, which is a naked bootleg out there, and that's dangerous when you don't block everybody.
And John Connors saw that happening and made the right move to crash.
Yeah, credit John. That was just he made a smart football play. 3rd and 4. Quarterback keeping it. He's going to get it 1st and more. Quarterback could go if he's not caught by Both, and he is caught by Both finally.
Allison on the carry.
Well, that was a pretty play. Again,
It's finally
he
brought
takes the
down
ball
by Max Booth again
in
at
the
number
shotgun
36.
formation. He fakes the handoff to the
But
fullback.
not before picking
and
up
then
the
everything
first
is
down for the
moving from
Bulldogs
left to right, and he goes back left against the grain.
into
off
Radnor
guard.
territory down to the
There's a hole
40.
Yeah, there's a big hole there. Our vantage point here, we can see that. And he takes it inside the Radnor territory down to the 40, where it'll be a 1st down.
You know, if Lower Merion puts points on the board, this is a very different ball game.
Very much so, I agree. And they'll go for 7. 3 is not going to do them any good. One wide receiver out to the right. Quarterback still in the shotgun. He gives it to the first man through. He's still running out there. It's hard for him to bring down.
Number 27.
I thought he was stopped.
Mike Mazzone.
I did as well, Jeff, but he kept his legs churning, and he picked up some yards.
Hit initially by Max Booth.
Churning, and burning.
Yeah, he did. He picked up 5 yards, as a matter of fact.
Wow.
Will be 2nd
Not a great
and
defensive
4.
stand.
Pick up of about 6 yards by Mazzone.
Well, J.B. Smink said we shorted the runner by a yard, said he picked up 6.
We got Packer, Gerling, Yaspelkus, Brown, DeCipio. Let's see what they can do against this big offensive line of Lower Merion.
Now the quarterback pitched it this time. Oh, Jimmy Mahady had him, slipped the tackle.
Pitch to number 23, Brandon Dunstan.
Yeah, Jimmy did hit him and slow him down, which I think prevented a significant gain. Well, Jimmy was in there quickly. He was not fooled by that fake up the middle at all.
No, he
Picking up
wasn't.
the first down.
He went right for that pitch, man, which is obviously what he's supposed
Out
to do.
across the 30, down to about the 29.
So Lower Merion very impressive here after Radnor shot themselves in the foot with penalties in their opening drive. Lower Merion brings one man out to the right. Quarterback keeps it himself off the right side. He's got running room again.
That gets close to a first down, Tommy.
Yeah, that is. Jeff, that is an odd play. He hands off for the man
Allison
going
once
to the
again
left, and then he goes back
Carrying
right.
the ball.
It's that little quarterback
John
counter.
Gerling and Max Booth
That was a
on the
first down.
tackle.
Yeah.
But again, Bulldogs getting the first down. Ball is near the 27-yard line. Correction, 16.
We just had Kathy Davis come up here and give us a big woo-hoo.
Carrying a big load of
Yeah.
Radnor football T-shirts or sweatshirts.
Ball's on the ground. It's covered by Radnor, I believe. It should be Radnor. I think it
There's
was
a fumble.
Gurling. I believe it was Big Gurling.
Yeah, they're changing squads.
Well, let's see.
It's going to be a Radnor football.
Maybe it wasn't Gurling. I see him standing up. Who's getting up off that pile? John Connors. Well, it was a 2. It was 82
Number
instead of
82.
72. Well, John Connors, I guess he said to himself, Jeff, I missed that
Radnor's number
sack.
82,
Doggone it, I'm
jumping
gonna do
on the ball,
something
John
else.
Connors.
And what a terrific something else to do. Recovering the ball, giving
At the
Radnor the ball
19-yard
back
line.
with 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in the third quarter.
And it's not easy to recover because you're not looking for a ball on the ground. You're looking for a ball in the hands of a runner.
Right.
So it's heads-up play by John. Pass.
It's Ordonio's throwing it out, and he threw to C.J. Uspelkus this time. It was that Jesse
Pass
Ordonio
intended
halfback pass, just
For
overthrew
Radnor's
C.J.
C.J. Yaspelskis.
And Jeff,
Falling
first down,
incomplete on the
halfback pass
halfback
down
pass.
there. Coach Ralph Rapino.
Well, maybe he feels comfortable with 13 points as the lead. I will say, not all is lost because even though there was no gain on that, that does change the defensive strategy a little bit because now they know they got to watch for that.
Yeah,
It may open the middle up for the run.
I am sitting here stunned, to tell you the truth. Mancuso comes out wide to the left. Ordonio in motion. Give up the middle, Mubarak. He's running hard, as he always does.
T.J. Faust, the
Oh,
ball
I'm
carrier
sorry, it was
for
T.J.
Radnor.
Faust. I have a little bit of a sun glare here, Jeff.
Pick up of about 4 will bring up second and 6
Sun.
with 3:56 remaining. Correction, it is third down.
Be third down and about 5 or 6 yards to go, Jeff, for a first.
Glenn Washington, number 18, comes back in. And it's split wide to the left. Let's see if they put the ball back up the middle again.
Fouts in motion. Jimmy Mahady gives it to Mubarak up the middle. He's not going to go very far at all.
I don't think that fooled anybody, and we didn't execute well enough.
Radnor's Mubarak
we have to
Lawrence
punt from deep in
taking a
our own
handoff from
territory.
Jimmy Mahady.
If you don't have effective misdirection or deception, you've got to have execution.
And Jeff, here it is.
Brings
I'll
up
tell you,
a fourth down and
it's about
2
a yard at
for the
fourth
Red Raiders.
that coach is going to kick.
I think it's a smart move.
I do too.
Now, if we were down or even, I'd probably go for
Jesse
it.
Ordonio back to punt.
With a 13-point lead, this is a smart move.
And Radnor needs to protect the punter. Jesse Ordonio has been in trouble a few times this year, not being protected. This time it's good. Gets off a nice high kick. Driving the
Fair
man
catch.
back, he calls for a fair catch at the
Fair
35-yard
catch
line.
by
What a terrific
Ellison.
putt by Jesse Ordonio.
And what a great time to do it.
It couldn't have been
kick
better,
of
could it?
37 yards, marked at the 35-yard
It's
line, where
37
the
yards, Jeff,
Bulldogs
but
will take
it
over
was
at
a
first
high
and 10.
punt, so no way he was going to return that.
No return.
Yeah.
So 37 yards on the punt, 37 net yards on the punt.
And last time the defense just gave up too much yards. Now they did come up with a fumble recovery, but you can't rely on that every time.
And so far, this offense is pretty much the quarterback, number 3, Ellison, keeping the ball with a quarterback counter.
And he gives it to the first man
Does the same
through,
thing.
dancing around. So Jeff, you're right. He either
Ellison
gives it
taking
to the
the
first
ball.
man through, or he fakes it to
Tackled
that man and
by
keeps it
number
himself. And that's
57.
about 75% of what they're
That's
doing.
Tyler Packer for Radnor, the senior. 2nd and 6. Ball is near the 40-yard line of the Bulldogs with 2:20 remaining here in the third.
Radnor's defense is expecting wideouts, and here they get them.
2 of them, one left, one right. Still that quarterback in the shotgun. He drops
Ball on
it.
the
It's on
ground
the
again.
ball again.
On the ground again,
And
Radnor.
Radnor's saying they have it.
And so does the
They
ref.
do. Well,
Radnor
Jeff, that was
recovering
a
the fumble.
bad exchange. I don't know if it was a bad exchange or they just he meant to fake it and tried to pull it back and couldn't.
That's the third time they've done that, and each time that they've had a fumble like that, it seems to be the
Radnor will have the ball
quarterback
at the
is getting the ball from the center.
39-yard
When he
line of
turns
the
around
Bulldogs.
to give it to the fullback, that's where the mishap occurs. And you're right, I don't know if it's either he's not expecting to do it, or maybe he hits his arm against the fullback. But it's the third fumble like they did, and two of them have been recovered by Radnor.
Fortunately so, Radnor gets it inside Lower Merion territory. Fouts in motion. Gives up the middle, and it's Mubarak is going to get nothing. They've got that play pretty well sniffed out and snuffed out.
Yeah, snuffed out and sniffed out. Very good. Yeah,
Mubarak Lawrence,
when you're running against
number
a team
33,
this
the
big,
ball carrier, pick up of perhaps
gotta
3
use
yards.
some leverage like traps.
We'll bring up
dives,
a second and
traps,
7.
counters. I don't know about you, but I'm having a hard time talking with a speaker over my head.
Trying to ignore it. We got Ferraro in again for Washington. He comes way to the left. Fouts in motion again, coming to the left. Mahady gives it to Mubarak again, and I'll tell you, coach is just stubbornly going to run the ball to Mubarak.
And on that play, the defensive line for Lower Merion was playing the game on the Radnor offensive side of the line of scrimmage. In other words, they were penetrating a yard
Forging
or two.
down to about the 35-yard line.
The whole surge was from the offense, from the
We'll bring up a
Lower
3rd
Merion
and
side
6.
onto the Radnor side. There was no surge from the offensive line.
As we near the end of the third quarter here with 1:05.
That was strictly a matter that the defensive lineman from Lower Merion wanted that more than the offensive lineman did because they dominated.
Well, we've had 2 turnovers here. We haven't been able to do much after that, and you got to take advantage of turnovers. Here comes Fouts, and he's going nowhere. Absolutely nowhere.
Number 50.
And I'll tell you, they made some defensive adjustments, Jeff, at halftime. Pretty well put the stop on our running game, with the exception of that one long run by TJ that was brought back, I might say.
2
We've been
yards.
unable to get untracked. Coach Pino looks like he may want to go for it on 4th down. He's talking to Glenn Washington down there. Either that or he's going to let the third quarter run out, which I think is what he'll do, Jeff.
Okay, so the third quarter runs out. Then what do? Do you punt?
Well, I tell you, you're giving the ball back to a team that's been moving it on you a little bit.
I think you definitely got to do a pooch punt and try to pin him inside the 10.
That is the end of the third quarter.
Steve Ryan has helped us out with these broadcasts a number of times. Well, the LM dances tonight after this game, semi-formal, big deal. My wife, Sue Ellen, who helped sell tickets to it, said there's something like 700 tickets sold to this dance tonight.
And is there a bonfire involved?
Well, the bonfire, which usually has in the past been the day before, after the pep rally, is going to be right after the game, presumably after we win this game. So it's going to be
where will it
different.
take place?
I'm not sure. It may be behind those stands over there, the LM stands. Well, here we come to start the fourth quarter, and Radnor sends Jesse Ordonio back. He is going to punt the ball.
Or so it would appear. Can he get it to the corner, though, and keep it out of the end zone?
Oh, it's a high punt. Jesse had to go up, and he kicked a corner kick, but it's going to roll out of bounds maybe around the 15.
Yeah, 12 to 15.
15. Well, that's better than kicking it in the end zone. It would have been on the 20. So to begin
Jesse
the fourth
Ordonio's
quarter,
kick
Lower Merion
right out
will
of
start from
bounds.
their own 15-yard line, trailing Radnor 13 to
At
nothing.
the 15-yard line, kick of 22 yards, where
And that last offensive
the
series by
Bulldogs
the
will
Lower
take over
Merion
first and
Bulldogs
10
fooled me a little bit because they put the ball in the air once, I think.
Yeah.
here in the fourth quarter.
Well, it may not be their forte, Jeff, although a couple of times they tried it and we had some good rushes on them. They do send three wide men to the right this time, though. Quarterback still in the shotgun. He has one setback with him, and he rolls out to his right. He's looking, he throws, and it's just in and out of the number 21.
Ellison's pass,
Yeah, the reason I mentioned
incomplete.
the pass is if you've got 11 minutes to go in the game or 12
Intended
minutes to go
for
in the game and you're
23.
down
That
13
was Brandon
points,
Dunstan.
the quickest way to move the ball to a score is to get it in the air.
We'll bring up second and 10.
That was interesting, Jeff. Although he went to the wide side of the field, he's a left-handed quarterback, and he was rolling right and throwing left, and that's not easy.
No, it's not easy, and I think we saw the result.
Yeah. Although the defender was well covered in the front, he had to go way high to get that ball. This time he comes out only with 2 wide men. Gives it to the first man through. Running room again.
Handoff was to number 27, Mike Mazzone.
There was a door there, but it shut pretty quickly. I'd be surprised if they got more than 3 or 4 yards on that.
Well, it appears
it picks up
closer
about
to
3 yards.
3, as you called it.
We'll bring up 3rd and 7.
Very, very large, huge 3rd down.
So we got Wendell, Packer, DeCipio, Brown, Gerling in there on the Yaspelkus in there on the linebacker and defensive line position. And we got Mahady, both Leeming back in the defensive secondary.
And wide receivers left and right. Quarterback goes straight back this time. He's under a rush. He throws the screen pass out to his right. Both is after him. He's running him to the sidelines, and I don't think he got a first down.
Screen pass.
No.
Max both
complete to
covered that
14.
very well out there.
That was a very poorly executed
Brian Nevison
screenplay, but I think also, as you said, Tommy, terrific defensive
brought
execution
down by Chris Biddles.
So Chris Biddles is number 16. He's over there on that side too.
Gain of about 3 yards. 4th down.
I wouldn't expect them. Now,
Ellison
as the
back to
quarterback
punt.
is the kicker. I wouldn't expect them to go for it here, Jeff. He's got all the time in the world. Kicks a high but short kick.
Get out of the way.
And it's called for by Jesse Ordonio. Fair catch. But he's going to
Jesse
fair catch it
Ordonio
inside Lower Merion territory.
Taking the catch.
That's about the 43-yard line, right?
At about the 43.
Well, you and JB agree on that. It's about the 43.
I don't think it's JB announced.
Punt of 22 yards. 1st and 10 Radnor.
Ordonio in motion, the pitch to Jesse. He's trying to turn the corner, which he does. He's got Washington out front to block. Jesse Ordonio will get a first down.
Number 4, Jesse Ordonio taking the pitch.
That was very well blocked, Jeff.
Well blocked
and moving the chains for the first down.
Jesse's showing some speed here.
Well, we've seen Jesse get some big runs, some very big runs.
Ball is marked at the 25-yard line.
On some of those counter plays where he's had some awesome, not touched and gone big yardage.
Kevin Caney comes in, number 7 for Radnor.
And it's up the middle this time. Jimmy Mahady not going anywhere. Give credit to LM, Jeff. They are not letting us run the ball up the middle. They have not let Mubarak, who's had a few good runs, but there's been games this year where Mubarak has just killed people up the middle.
And I think their size is helping them shut that running game down.
Yeah.
We'd like to announce that the girls cross-country team placed 5th in the state championship today.
Second in lost yardage. Mubarak's got it this time, and he got positive yardage. Not a lot, but
Mubarak
positive.
Lawrence.
And they just announced that the girls cross-country team took
the ball carrier.
Fifth place in the state championship.
What a terrific thing for Tom Flanagan and his girls.
Number 50 for the Bulldogs.
Well, Mubarak did pick
Again,
up about
the girls,
4.5, 5
girls
yards.
cross-country team placed 5th in the state championship today.
I tell you, Mark Schellenberger, who's the AD here, will be very proud of those girls, as he is of his football players. I see him at Jeff all the games. I don't know, he must clone himself. Mahady's keeping it right, and he's going to run into a wall. I thought for a minute he was going to get some
Jimmy
running.
Mahady on the keeper. Ben Gage pulling him down.
The Central League has seen that play before.
They have. Well, that'll bring up 4th and 2, and it's deep down there. I got to believe
Ball
the coach
is
is
marked
going
at
for
about the 16. It'll be 4th and perhaps a yard and a half.
Mr. Ferraro comes in and tells Jimmy Mahady what Coach Rapino wants to run on this 4th and 2 yards on the 16-yard line of Lower Merion.
I'm going to try to get him off the sides.
He is, and he did it.
Offside.
He did. He pulled number 23 into the neutral zone, Zeph. They tried that last week.
Yeah, it didn't work last week.
Well, it worked for Marple Newtown
Penalty
against
marker,
us.
penalty marker down.
But it was successful this time, and if we're correct, then
Offside
Radnor will get
defense.
a 5 yards tacked on, and it'll give him a first down to about the
Radnor
11.
will get the first down.
As the clock ticks just inside the 8-minute mark. Pitch to Ordonio, and look at Ordonio go toward the end zone. He dives. Touchdown, Radnor.
Radnor.
Well, it took a while for the Zebras to call it. It was a touchdown, Radnor. Jesse Ordonio took off from the 5-yard line, Jeff, stretched the ball out and flew.
Yeah, I think Jesse, you're right, he left the ground at about the 5-yard line and just was a missile seeking that pylon.
Wow, wow. Well, Radnor was aided by a 5-yard penalty there to give him a first down, but they got the ball because they played good defense inside Lower Merion territory. Excuse me.
Tiramisu, you hungry?
There you go. High snap, kicks up, blocked.
The extra point attempt is blocked.
Well, with that, Radnor leads 19-0 with
With
7:45 left
remaining in the game. It's Radnor 19, Lower Merion nothing.
Tommy, earlier we're talking about all the people who do things for the pasta mothers and the band parents who do the refreshment booths here to raise money for the band. And even for the has-beens. The has-beens had a lunch yesterday, right? Or
they had
Thursday or Friday?
They had a luncheon here at the school. A bunch of really neat, more senior guys have come back. You got to be 5 years out to be a has-been. Coach Rapino and the team treats them very, very well. They seem to have a lot of fun. The Booster Club puts it on. It's a terrific job.
Sue Jones and Nancy Esposito did a lot of work on that one as well.
They did. I even saw Dave Bayshore in there scooping out pasta. So, not to slight anybody, but it was a big effort, and it was really a cool thing. Here comes DZ, going to kick off. 7:45 left in the game. Good high kick back to the 5-yard line. The man's taking it out to the right. He's got a return on out there. He's going to be smothered under, Jeff. That was well covered.
It's well covered by
Lower
Radnor.
Merion's number 20, Malik Curry.
Another one of my pet peeves about football
takes the kickoff
is
return.
on kickoffs, you don't run sideways because
to
it
the
gives
25-yard
it gives
line,
the
where
attacking
the
team chance to get
Bulldogs will
down there.
have the ball first and 10.
On a return, you've got to go straight
With 7:36 here left.
And he gave the Radnor players time to condense on that side of the field, and you got nothing.
Coach Rapino still got his starting defensive men out there with 7:36 left. If he stops them now, Jeff, I got to believe he's going to let some guys play. Quarterback's rolling to his left. He's got a man out in the flat, but he's not going to be able to throw to him, and he's brought out of bounds. Clock's still running. No, I'm sorry, will not be out of bounds. He's just shy of a first, I believe.
Ellison keeping the ball.
Well,
hit by Joe
He had
Lehman.
big number 33, in the pattern, who was running a very lazy, sort of soft pattern.
That's what I felt.
I was thinking, what
are you doing?
A second and 4.
If he'd have turned around, he could have been a target.
Second and 3.
Well, the quarterback picked up 8 yards. This time he's straight back. He throws out to his right. It's caught by 21. Immediately tackled by Biddles.
This is the number 21.
And both.
Nice sure
Mike
tackle
Connery.
in the open field.
Well, those are the B&B
Stopped by
boys.
number 16,
All right,
Chris
I'm looking forward to
Biddles. And Max Both, number 36.
What do they call that in Houston, the killer bees?
Yeah. Quarterback's looking out this. Oh, it's knocked down. Big Mr. Gerling knocks the ball down.
John Gerling.
Terrific. Quarterback was looking out to his left and looked like he might have had a man open, but knocked down by Mr. Gerling.
We'll bring up a second and 10. Ball is marked at the 38-yard line with 5:46 remaining in this game.
Second and 10, the ball's on about the 40-yard line. Lower Merion. Quarterback's looking to his left. He's trying to come. He throws in the middle. Caught. Nice pass. Larry DeCipio gets him immediately at the 45.
Ellison's pass across the middle is
Terrific
complete to number
tackle,
21,
Jeff.
Mike Conry.
Nice tackle. Larry lifted him up off the ground and
Yeah.
drove him into
Brought
the
down by Larry DeCipio.
Boy, he got leverage on that kid.
Second and 1. Correction, third and 1.
Whoa, quarterback's going to throw it out here, and it's hop, short
Same
hop.
play. That was their opening play of the game.
It was.
Pass intended for number 9.
Jeff,
Mark
number 9 was
Schubitz.
open. I just think the quarterback rushed the pass. And with
Yeah, he did rush that pass.
you know what? He didn't really step into the ball, Jeff. He threw flat-footed.
And when yeah.
And sometimes when you throw off your back foot, it will sail. When you don't step in, it will dive, and that's what happened that time. And they're going to go for it on fourth down here. Short yardage. Quarterback's going to keep it off the left side. He's got a first down. He's still running. Finally dropped about midfield, maybe into Radnor territory.
Ellison keeping the ball
Yeah, as you mentioned earlier,
and moving to change for the first down.
It's customary for Ralph in this game when he feels
Out
comfortable.
across the 50, down to about the 49.
His underclassmen and bringing his senior players
First and
out
10,
one by one.
Bulldogs.
I don't think we're going to see that this series. I think they're going to wait till they get the ball back.
Quarterback's coming down the middle.
Overthrown.
Oh, Jimmy Mahady almost picked it off.
And Jimmy
Pass
may have
intended for number 14,
prevented an
Brian
interception
Nevison.
by Joe Leeming.
Yeah, look at Joe out there. He
Well,
raised his
incomplete.
hand and said, I had it, man, I had it.
What are you doing to me?
Well, Joe Leeming intercepted a pass in the end zone last year against this LM team over at LM. He intercepted it about 8 yards deep. I'm screaming, kneel down, kneel down. He, of course, ignored me and brought the ball out to the 35. First time he had touched the ball, he told me later. Quarterback looking left. He's got number 33. Throws in the middle again, and boy, that was a poorly thrown ball.
Yeah. We're doing a good job of covering up the
Ellison's
corners.
pass incomplete.
But over the middle, there's a hole. There's a hole.
Will bring up a third down.
But he's not been hitting it.
Ball again is at the 49.
Tyler Packer comes off. Number 57 plays a great both ways for the Radnor Raiders. Here we go, third and 10. Ball's on about the 50-yard line. Quarterback's rolling to his left. Left-handed quarterback. He's trying to go to number 14.
And he did.
And it's caught to my number 20 for a first down, it would appear.
Pass is
Boy,
complete.
the Radnor Raiders were right there. That quarterback threw a
With a
very nice
first down.
ball.
He did, he was patient.
Yep, he threaded the needle on that one.
So they moved the ball down to the 37-yard line of Radnor, which gives them a first down. No rush, he's looking in the middle. Oh, well defended by John Connors. And number 20 is upset, but that was just a terrific defensive
he's
play.
screaming pass interference, but John did not put his hand on him until the
Pass
ball was
incomplete.
deflected.
John got in front of him, went up high, knocked it down. It was just a great play.
With 5:27 remaining, be second and 10.
So it's either going to be a pass again or that quarterback counter. I don't see him giving the ball to the fullback.
He's only got one wide receiver left, two right. He's rolling to his right. He looks, he jukes, he runs. He's going to be stopped.
Well short.
Ellison
He's at the 35.
Carrying
He
the
picked
ball.
up 2 yards.
stopped by Radnor's number 56.
Ball, the clock is ticking down,
Wills Wendell.
close to 5 minutes left in the game.
Big play here.
Quarterback looking left, throws in the middle. It's going to be intercepted again by Joe Leeming. Joe Leeming picks it off for the second time against LM in his career and takes it all the way out to the 32-yard
Interception
line.
by Radnor's number 10.
Just when you were talking about Joe
Oh,
last
Leeming.
year, he
What
does
a
it again.
fitting thing for Joe
With
Leeming.
4:55 remaining here in the fourth.
I know his parents so well. I got to believe they're going crazy down there. Well, the quarterback was a bad pass, Jeff.
Yeah, it was. He was way overthrew his receiver, who was open, but Joe was in position. Well, we may now see if we get a first down or two. Substitution.
Well, this is the first string offense. Under 5 minutes left to play. TJ Faust around the left. He stopped. He struggled. He pulls out. He got a yard maybe. Once again, Jeff, how about that as a way to close out your senior year with an interception? And he had one last year in the big game for the LM game.
Yeah. We're bringing 2nd and 8.
For the LM game last year, Jesse Mahoric over 200 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns.
Oh, wow.
Including that one, the miraculous.
Magic touchdown.
Yeah. He came out of that pile. We both thought he was down.
We called it down. Talking to his mom and dad at halftime here, and they said they watched that game again last night.
Jimmy's got the ball.
Jimmy Mahady keeping it himself.
Mahady keeping the ball.
And as wide receiver, we had Pearson Caldwell, a senior, hasn't seen much action this
Picking
year.
up perhaps
but
3.
There it is, Coach.
We'll bring up a
Rapino
3rd.
trying to get everybody in the game.
Pearson's
Ball
number
about the 37.
23.
You know, that's when the guy didn't get a lot of playing time, but stuck it in there.
Came to practice, worked hard, came to all the games, you know.
What he gets to say, Jeff, 10 years from now, he's sitting around with his mates, they're having fun, they're talking, and it's not who started and who played, it's just who was on the team. Ordonio and Mosich pitch to Ordonio, right, cuts it back.
Nice cut.
Got a very nice cut. It's going to be close to a first down, and I believe he's got a first down.
I believe he does. He made a nice
Jesse
cut
Ordonio,
back
number 4, taking the pitch.
to get himself heading upfield.
Well, it's 3:20 left in the game, and I don't know.
Moving the chains.
Coach may not feel ready yet to sub people.
Well,
1st and 10,
Tyler
Radnor.
Packer, number 57, just came out.
Ball marked at the 45-yard line of Radnor.
And looks
with
like
3:08 remaining here in the game.
Tom Masterson, number 58, came in.
Oh, wow.
Another senior who hasn't got a lot of playing time, but stuck it out and contributed what he could on the team.
Tom is a big-time rower for the Radnor men's rowing team. Ordonio on the counterplay to the right, running room, keeps his, look at his feet going, Jeff, look at
Again,
Jesse
Ordonio.
Ordonio.
And number 58, Tom
Tackled
Masterson,
by
made a
21,
very nice
Mike
block
Conley.
to help that move forward. He's fired out and rocked his defensive lineman back.
And Kevin Bernardini comes in, a senior as well, hadn't seen much playing time, but Coach is substituting.
Ball is marked at the 49-yard
just get
line.
chills when he's able to do this.
Yep. 73 is Kevin's number. He's in there with 58, Tom Masterson. Number 41 comes in, Moshe Durrani.
A senior as well, and Mubarak Lawrence comes out, and Moshe is in at the fullback. Oh, I'd love for him to get this ball. Bounce in motion. Give to Moshe up the middle. Look at him run, Jeff. He's got a first down, I think. Oh, wow, what a great thing for Moshe Durrani.
Nice play by Moshe.
What great blocking he had up there.
Moshe Durrani, the ball carrier, number 41.
First down, and Jesse Ordonio gives him a 5-knuckle handshake.
Picking up the first
Here comes
down.
number 80, John Wincoop.
Again, Moshe Durrani picking up the first down.
John's a 6'5" senior, coming in at left end.
It's Moshe again up the middle. Got positive,
Again,
I'll tell you, that
number
line's
41,
blocking
Moshe
for him.
Durrani.
Clock's down inside a minute 30.
Taking a handle from Mahady.
These young guys that haven't been, the guys who have not been playing, they're very excited to do that, but they're also fresh.
Yeah.
Drives
They've
for
not
4
been playing 4
yards.
quarters of football, so they are firing out sharply and crisply.
Down to the 40-yard line.
You think they're psyched. Anthony Ferraro checks back in. I believe Andrew Staley's in there now. On the line. Jesse Antonio around the right side. Pulled down inside the 20, about to the 15. 50 seconds left to go in the
ball
game.
carrier for Radnor.
And Jeff, it looks like we're going to be able to go down on the field.
Brought down by number 20.
See all of the seniors.
Not
Talk
Curry.
to Coach Ralph Rapino and be able to congratulate all of them on a win at the
Ball is marked at the
109th meeting
15-yard
between
line.
Lower Merion and
With under
Radnor.
a minute to play.
And that trophy stays again at Radnor High School.
And here comes Ryan Krause, number 10. He's a sophomore, I believe. He's going to take a knee here. I think it's number 12. Drew Mahoric, Jesse Mahoric's brother, a sophomore. TJ Fouts is telling the crowd to give it up.
Jim Mahady taking a knee.
Kneels down. That'll be the last play of the game, Jeff. Wow.
12 seconds.
What can you say?
Congratulations.
Radnor came out here. These seniors wanted this game badly. And I won't use the word dominated Lower Merion, but they pretty much
the final score
handled every phase of this game.
Radnor 19.
Number 7 in a row for Radnor.
Lower Merion nothing.
Well, if you look out there, you'll see them. If the cameraman can see these guys going out, Coach Rapino will shake hands with the LM coach. They'll get the two teams into a huddle. Coach Rapino, who many of you probably know, is a very, very emotional man. He's going to be telling these seniors how much he appreciated what they've done for him, how hard they played, and I wouldn't be surprised if he does it while in tears.
And we're going to go down there, we're going to talk to some of these seniors, and I know they're going to be in tears as well.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go down to the field.
Next year will be playing time. There you go.
A lot to be proud of. You guys that are seniors, I love you guys to death. I remember you forever. And this trophy will always have the date and the win on it. It will never go away. It will be there forever. And in 5 years, when you come back, the coach is still bawling his eyes out like he is right now. We're gonna have a good laugh about it. We're gonna have a good talk about how things were and how things ended up. You seniors have won 9 games in 3 years. And that's not a lot for some other programs, but it's a lot for us. And you had a lot to do with it. You showed us the way, and you gave us momentum going into the offseason. Your stamp is still here. It will be here for the next 2 years. You have to understand that and be proud of it, because we will make you proud. Thank you. For the younger guys, we have a JV game Monday. We still have some football to play. And that's all the juniors and all the sophomores will have an opportunity to dress for that game. And then we'll go from there. We'll talk about what happens from there. You should be proud of yourself. We're going to have a big old dance tonight to celebrate. We're going to have a big old bonfire in a little while. We're going to celebrate.
It's probably going to be in about 20 minutes.
And you know, it's all about how we do things. It's with class and with dignity and with honor. And you showed all of that and more. And again, I'm very proud of you. And you should be proud of yourselves. You did this for each other. Truly did it for each other. Let's go. Let's break it down one more time.
There we have. There's the Radnor LM Trophy again at Radnor. Nice emotional speech by Coach Ralph Rapino to his players, mostly to the seniors, who he said, "I'd love to death," and is going to miss. Let's see if we can get some of these seniors. Here we are with the Radnor seniors and the LM Trophy. Start over here. Tell us your name and what you did for Radnor.
Bark Lawrence, I'm the fullback. Jim Mahady, quarterback. TJ Faust, running back. Moshe Tarani, fullback. Jerry Lehman, cornerback. David DeJoseph, D-tackle.
Larry DeCipio, inside linebacker.
Ashton Zakakani, guard, DM. Kevin Todaro, center. Tyler Packer, O-line, D-line.
Anthony Ferrero, wide receiver. Kevin Bernardini, O-line.
Who we have back here? Andrew Staley, guard. Mike Brown, DN. Tom Masterson, O-tackle. Dustin Gilmore, linebacker.
Pearson Caldwell, wide receiver.
Right here.
Jesse Ordanio, halfback. John Connors, linebacker.
Alex Lennon, D tackle. John Gerling, offensive tackle.
Glenn Washington, wide receiver. Ezekiel Economides, tight end.
You already got it.
Okay, that's seniors here. Any comments? How do you guys feel about this? This is your last game of the season, last game of the year, maybe the last game ever. What do you think, Mubarak?
I think it's good that we got the win, and I'm going to miss these guys.
You gonna miss these guys? Are these guys like brothers?
You guys like brothers?
Yeah, definitely.
Comments?
Man, I'm just glad we came out with the victory. I've been playing with these guys 4 years since I moved here. It's been the best time ever.
It's a 7 in a row, right? 7 in a row. That's an awesome record. What do you think about, what are you going to be doing next year?
Going to college. Where are you going to go? It's a good way to end it. I don't know.
Guys, terrific job. Congratulations again.
Coach, the 109th year. What have we got? It's 7 years in a row now?
Yes, 7 years in a row.
7 years in a row that you've won this game. I've heard you say this many times. You never talk about winning games except for this one.
That's correct. I think it's important for the program and for our seniors in general to go out as a winner. I never had the opportunity in my career to win my last game, so it feels a lot better. It's one of the things that I wanted to do for them is to make sure that they understand that they're a good football team and they're good players and they have an opportunity to win, and it's always better to go out as a winner.
Ralph, one of the things I think that Tommy and I share, and I think most of the people who watch this program do, is that the kids you train here, the people you work with here, they're winners whether they're winning on the scoreboard or not. You've done a great job with them.
Well, I appreciate that, and I know that, but their feeling their last feeling is very important to me, and for 7 years we've been able to do the right things, and they've been able to feel good about their experience here, and they have pressure. It's not like this week is not easy for them, and they continually prepare themselves like champions.
Well, I heard you talking to the players with the trophy there, and you said something which I've heard you say before. You know, you guys, I love you to death. And that's why they play for you, and that's why they keep coming back.
Well, I think that has a lot to do with it. And, the time that we spend together is the key that not a whole lot of other people can say. I mean, I spend a lot of time with them, and they know that I'm there for them when they need me. So I can say that without, not one bit of a lie. But it's important for me to how they feel. It really is.
Well, I'll tell you how the community feels, Coach. We looked down the sidelines, and it was standing room only everywhere. And you might know we broadcast this game live for the first time since 1999, I think. And so the community's really behind this team.
Yeah, it was pretty special when I looked up in the stands at the beginning of the game and everybody was there. It makes me feel good when my players come back.
We saw you with a number of those guys.
Yeah, and the 2001, the class of 2001 was back at the has-been dinner last night, and it was just an awesome night for me to rekindle some things that you kind of lose over the years. But it means a lot to me when they come back.
Yeah. Well, Coach, this is getting to be a habit that we congratulate you after the LM game, but it's a habit we sure would like to continue. So congratulations.
Thank you very much. Appreciate your hard work, honestly.
Right. Enjoyed it.
Thanks, Nicky.
2 minutes. Well, Jeff, we're going to wrap it up for the season here. That's 4 years in a row. You coming back next year?
I'm back.
All right. I'm talking to Ms. Crone over there. She's thinking about doing this several times live next year, but we'll see.
Oh, I think live would be terrific.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
But thank you very much for Channel 11 doing this. It was just a terrific, and the kids that did this did a terrific job as well.
You've got a great staff.
They were
a lot of good kids who put this together.
A lot of fun.
Congratulations.
Well, it was a great year. We've got another one coming up next year, and
God willing.
We'll see you then. So you want to give the wave?